All right, I am live. So, welcome. I'm Avatar Slang, and basically, I break down fiction, fandom, nerd culture, and where it connects with society, politics, and everything in between. I'm probably gonna have to tweak that, but whatever. Because right, it's a Q&A. I'm open down to talk about anything. The Sixers, like the Sixers, they've been good lately. So, if y'all got questions about that, I'm not gonna linger in that, but I am happy that they exceeded expectations. So I'm open to Sixers. I'm not trying to do that with sports, but this is pretty open ended compared to my scripted episodes or the ones where I have guests. But anyway, make sure you're make sure you're subscribed. You probably already are if you're watching this, but follow me on Spotify. Actually, you know what? We gotta talk about that because this is the first time I've done anything in a while. So, um, my format's pretty is going to be different going forward. Um, I guess I will talk about what I've been up to lately. And do me a favor, if you're watching, send this to somebody who may care. I'm not really too pressed about the views right now. Um, Hold on. Oh, I didn't transition. Shoot. Oh no, I did transition. Okay. OBS is kind of weird. My bad. I thought I was. It's kind of weird because I can't hear myself. Give me a second. Let me make sure my sound's working. I'm just doing the sound. Okay. I have feedback. It's fine. It's fine. Never mind. Um, yeah, my bad. I'm using a new software. I'm using OBS, which is what Twitch streamers usually use. So my bad. But I think I will. Oh yeah. So I'm going to get into my content. My so basically, I'm going to do this YouTube. The main day is gonna be Tuesday. So Tuesdays at 5. If that changes, I'll try to give you a heads up. But the day I'm shooting for is Tuesdays at 5. I'm going to be doing my mini reviews on short form platforms. So, what is YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels? They'll all have the same video. So, go on your preferred platform and check me out there. So, follow me at avatar.slang on YouTube, not YouTube, Instagram and TikTok. Oh, I see my sister's here. Hey, Jordan, thanks for checking me out. Um, so yeah, I'm not. I'll get into the Q and A's real quick because there's a question that related to. There's a question that related to my content scheduling. So hold on. One day I'm gonna have it where it pops up on the screen, but for now I'm just gonna read it. Oh wait, I can have it pop up on the screen. I can. Hold on. I got a screen share thing, or I can just switch to it instantly. That's the cool thing about OBS. It's complicated at first, but once you got it set up, it's just set up. So bear with me. What y'all up to today? If anyone's watching, I'm pulling up Instagram from my computer because that's where a lot of my QA questions are. I was reading it from my phone, but I got a little bit of time. All right. So I'm gonna go to my screen share to join real quick. Okay, okay. So Ozzy Soul asked me right here, what is the gaming stream schedule looking like for this year? That's a good question. That's a really good question. That's looking like it's going to have to be a special event because I don't game that much no more. I don't game that much no more. So it would be have to be one of those times where like I have like my crew on there. Like when I have my friends, like I don't really like gaming by myself and then talking into the void. It doesn't really feel like I'm doing anything. I don't think I that's it's not. I'll be honest. I don't think that makes sense for me. At least not right now. So I'm open to doing it, but I'm not. I don't think I'm going to be the Twitch streamer, YouTube streamer that you see me gaming online more than even once a week. Before I say two, three, four, 5 times a week. That's not. I don't like. It doesn't hold my focus gaming the way it used to. And I'm like I'm here to blabber. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to get to the next few questions. So, Carmen, you're too close with that sound. So, sorry, my wife is watching the stream. I don't think she understood how Yeti mics pick up everything. I have a blue Yeti mic. So, okay, Arson 2.0 on Instagram asked me, "What are your thoughts on the new era of Marvel? Was the Avengers their best ever? Are we excited for this new upcoming Spider-Man?" So I think when she says are the Avengers their best era, I think she means that first phase, maybe like Avengers 1. I would say no, their best era was around when Winter Soldier came out. So that stretched from maybe after, so from Winter Soldier up to Endgame, they really didn't miss that much. So 2013 or 14, I never remember. Those years flow together for me. From that vague time to 2019 is their peak. Now, as far as people say Marvel sucks, they always say post Endgame. Marvel really was questionable, not post Endgame, but I would say post 2022 because there was movies we enjoyed before 2023 happened. So I would say Black Widow, decent. Shang-Chi, fire. Spider-Man, what was that considered? The third MCU Spider-Man, fire. Doctor Strange, it was good, but it didn't set the world on fire. Either way, I think it's post 2022. I think we just say post Endgame to be lazy. Okay. I'm going to go to the next few questions. I say next few questions, not like it's not a lot. Let's see what we got here. Oh, she said, okay, I didn't answer the next part of her question. Are we excited for this upcoming Spider Man? Honestly, I am. I'm super excited because I like the Tom Holland Spider Man movies, don't get me wrong, but they have too much Iron Man influence. I like my Spider Man to feel like Spider Man. We didn't live in his world enough. I mean, we did, but we didn't. We didn't. I'm saying that as a comic person, as a movie goer, they're good movies. They're good movies, but I want him to explore more Spider-Man lore. So I feel like this is gonna do a lot more of that, like having him link up with street level heroes. I don't mind the Marvel cameos, like Hulk's supposed to be in it. Punisher is more street level, so this is going to be my favorite Spider-Man movie. I think I can't imagine it not being, at least out of the MCU Spider-Mans. All right. probably want to see that Spider-Man movie day one, day two, something along those lines. I mean, it's my job to see it day one, but it's also I also work a real job. All right, I'm going to go to the next question from Creative is Better on Instagram. What is your take on the upcoming Spider-Man noir, and is there a villain or a character you like to see? So Spider-Man Noir might be good. Spider-Man doesn't really miss that much when it comes to animation. I'll be honest, I didn't give this the deepest look, but it looks like it's the Spider-Man Noir who's based off of the Into the Spider-Verse version of that character. He's going to be played by Nicolas Cage, I believe. There is a you can watch it in color and black and white. It's going to be on Amazon Prime. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it out probably day one. It should be at least okay. Like Marvel doesn't really make trash animation. At the very least, it's okay. It's always watchable. But I wouldn't be shocked if this is like fire because Spider Man again has really good animated shows. What villain character I like to see? I might have to circle back on that one because I'm not that familiar with the Spider Man noir lore, and which is nuts because I know a lot about Spider Man. I just don't know about that facet of Spider Man, and I'm not on here to lie. So okay, let's. We got my boy Ty Norwood. He's Ty Norwood. Well, it's Ty underscore Norwood 97 on Instagram. Oh, y'all can see it. My bad. Um, he said, "I've been getting really into Star Wars lately, and wanted to know Dave Filoni, who's the executive producer of Star Wars. If Dave Filoni reached out to you and gave you one story to tell about an existing character, what would that character be? Hmm. That character would be. I'm gonna go simple. It's gonna be simple. I want to see what Luke was doing the whole time in between the OG movies and the Mandalorian. I'm really into Luke Skywalker. I have his action figure around here somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but I do like Luke Skywalker. He's one of my favorite characters in fiction. I might have to if I might have to do a little bit more research or reading to think of the characters from the expanded universe that got deleted by Disney basically, but they pull those characters back in when they feel like it. It might be one of those characters. But for now I'm gonna say Luke because I don't feel like some of these movie characters for the expensive universe they have were fleshed out that much. Hmm. Let's switch back. The RC B Wilder on Instagram asked me if you could add any character to Star Wars from Marvel, who would it be? So from Star Wars to Marvel, it would probably have to be Anakin Skywalker right before he fought Obi-Wan. I think he fits in the Marvel universe pretty well because Vader, I feel like as strong as he is, he's backed by the Empire. But Anakin, before he got injured and turned to the cyborg that is Darth Vader, I think that's a force to be reckoned with. And because Marvel houses all types of different characters, he could be street level, he could be from space, he could be a warlock, he could be a witch, a vampire, a mutant, an assassin. I think Anakin Skywalker is who I want in the Marvel universe. Whether he's the evil Anakin or the Anakin who was the Jedi Knight who was at the peak of his powers right before he turned. That's the one I would get. Oh, hold on, transition too fast. Oh, okay. This is a left question by my boy Yannick. Yannick on Instagram asked me, "What are your thoughts on UAP, UAPs, UFOs, and why do you think there's so much secrecy around the topic?" I'm very, I'm not a fan of our government in the way the government acts, but my thing is I do believe in aliens. I don't think about this that often, so it's not like some big. I'm not a big conspiracy guy, but I'm big on science. I don't like if the universe is really infinite or close to infinite or whatever. How can they? How can Earth be the only livable planet? So I just don't think we have the spacecrafts to get to each other. So I think if anything's ever gotten here is by mistake. I don't think anything could be alive in it. So I my boring take, but I would say maybe because we don't know enough. Because I don't think the government is good at keeping secrets the way people would expect. At least not for decades. But I'm I ain't deep in the government, so I ain't really the best person to ask fully. That's just what I think. Mm, my bad. I'm here checking out who's watching. I'm not used to doing this live stuff, but I like it so far. Um, all right, my bad. So I answered that. Ozzy Soul on Instagram asks, "Was the Age of Ultron too early to be as appreciated as a?" Oh, okay. I'm reading this wrong. Was the Age of Ultron too early to be appreciated as a good film? Was it too early? Um, no, I don't think it was too early. I just think sometimes we're hard on things at first when they come out. That's natural, especially for I call them like popcorn movies. Popcorn movies are like VMA type movies. So like the type of movies where they're going for VMAs rather than Oscars. I think those even the higher end ones have the potential to be highly criticized. They have the potential to be highly criticized, but appreciated later. So no, I wouldn't say it's too early. I just think like a lot of other popcorn VMA type movies, they're just not appreciated in the moment, especially since it's a sequel. And if you're going to be a sequel to a classic movie like Avengers, you have to blow the first one out the water. So because it was being compared to Avengers, they're just like, I don't really see it with this. Because Avengers got good critical ratings and good audience ratings, whereas Avengers Age of Ultron got good audience ratings, but not as good critical ratings. A lot of times I see the flaws the way a critic does, at least somewhat. I didn't see. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it in the theaters the first time. I enjoyed it in a rewatch. So they kind of lost me with that one, but whatever. He has another question. This is Ozzy Soul. What's your review if you watched them on season 4 of Invincible and Maul Shadow Lord? I didn't watch Maul Shadow Lord yet. Not because I'm not interested. I just. This is going to sound like I'm contradicting myself. I don't really love Darth Maul that much. I feel like the more Darth Maul we got, the less cooler he is. He's still a little interesting. Don't get me wrong. Like he's one of my favorite parts of Clone Wars. But I wasn't in a rush. But I know what's gonna happen is I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna regret that I didn't watch it weekly, or maybe I was low key waiting to binge it. Maybe that's what it really was. So yeah, I'm going to watch that tonight and talk about it next week, whether it's via live or a video essay on YouTube. Now, Invincible season 4. Um, that might be my favorite season. A lot of people saying season 1 is, and I haven't watched season 1 since 2020 or 2021, basically since it first came out. So I don't really know if it's recency bias, but I enjoy season 4 a lot. I feel like it really moved the plot forward. Um, season 2 was the worst season, which is saying a lot because it's a really good show. But my ranking is, I go fire, good, okay, trash, something along those lines. I haven't been content creating in a while. I have a chart somewhere in my files I need to pull up. But Invincible season 4 is fire. Um, between the whole Viltrumite war, the characterization, I even don't. I actually didn't even mind the filler episode, the one where he goes to the underworld. I was fine with that. Oh, side note, there's gonna be some spoilers here. Um, as far as this Invincible thing, mild spoilers. I'll just say I appreciate how they moved the Viltrumite story forward. The whole Viltrumite war was cool. The fights were cool. The characterizations, the themes of depression, isolation, they nailed it. Some of the gender swaps were good. Oh, I want to talk about the gender swaps in Invincible real quick. If the creator's saying that he created a whole expansive universe and by default he's making everyone white males just because that's how he saw him, because he was making images of himself, and he's learning that in an expansive universe on Earth and other planets that you just can't have white males dominate the screen. Why is that bad? Or at least I hope y'all not saying it's bad because that's y'all go to. But no, Invincible season 4, probably 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Okay. Bianca B. Jordan, cousin Bianca. Um, she said rank the Avengers movies, just the Avengers specifically. So that's about Avengers movies. That's 4 of them. That's hard. That's hard. Um, because I hate ranking. Like if it was an article, I wouldn't really rank them. But for the fun of a Q and A, I will. I will say for Avengers 4, no, for the 4 Avengers movies, I would say, hold on. Carmen, lower the volume. Girl, I'm trying to stream. And you have me hearing myself in the background? Um, what was I saying? Oh, Avengers. Um, so bottom will be Age of Ultron. Not because it's bad, just because the other 3 are really good. Um, see, it's hard because I just enjoy the Avengers movies. So I guess I'll do it in the order I like them in. So Age of Ultron 4, Avengers 1 will be 3. That feels so weird saying. Uh, Infinity War will be 2, and Endgame is 1. Now, if I'm going to do if I'm going to do a critical rating, Infinity War has to be number 1. I feel like that's one of the best movies they've ever that studios ever made. That and Winter Soldier. So yeah, if it's a critical list, like not just an enjoyment list, it would go Age of Ultron, which is Avengers 2, number 4, Avengers 1, number 3, Endgame, number 2, and Infinity War, number 1. All right. Okay. Showtime Rumble. That's actually my cousin. Um, he says he needs me to talk about AJ Brown. It's funny. I don't have no like. I be looking in the comments. This is an Eagles question. I be looking in the comments and people be talking about AJ Brown and they have a narrative around. Him. I was like, how do y'all know? Like, I thought, what do y'all care? Like, if he gets traded, he gets traded. I think you're allowed to work where you want. What I, I'm not going to be offended. He played well every time he played with us. If he wants to move to a different team, that's his prerogative. If he wants to go to New England, he's from there. I think let him go. Like it's not a big deal. I don't think we're better for it. I think we should keep him. To me, he's the best receiver we've. He's a top three receiver we've ever had between him, Terrell Owens, and Deshaun Jackson. But nah, yeah, I think you got to keep him, and we got to get him more looks. Like he should be getting 12. He should be getting 1,200 yards every year. Some of that's because we have too much talent to spread it out to, and we play methodical offense. But nah, yeah, they should get him the ball more if he wants the ball more. I don't know. I ain't really that pressed on. I don't get really. I'll be honest. I don't care the way other people do. I care, but I'm not really that caught up into it. Um, my bad. I was mid text. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to the screen. Oh, I gotta say though, if the Patriots get AJ Brown, that still don't guarantee y'all getting back to the playoffs because y'all schedule should be harder this year. So even y'all make it back to the playoffs, y'all not shooing for the Super Bowl. Okay, here's a good question. You get your choice of any ship from Star Wars to fly around in real life. What do you pick and why? The easy choice is the Millennium Falcon. That's Han Solo's ship. If you've ever been to Disney or watched any Star Wars or even seen a commercial, that's the main ship the crew flies in. Whether you're talking about the original trilogy or the new trilogy, Han Solo, Harrison's Ford character, he flies in that. It's his ship. He got it from Billy D. Williams' character Lando Calrissian, I think it's pronounced. I have his toys back here, and I can't pronounce his name for nothing. But that's the easy answer. Like it's kind of an OP ship as far as maneuverability, size, speed. Yeah, Millennium Falcon is it. Now the second answer would be the ship from Rebels. I'm going to find out what it's called. I had it pulled up earlier and I can't remember. Star Wars Rebels ship. I love Star Wars Rebels, by the way. Like that show made me Star Wars Rebels and Star Wars Clone Wars, both animated series. Oh my gosh. Why am I getting calls from the DR? I don't know nobody in the DR. Block? Annoying. The ship's called the Ghost. I would want that because, um, like the Millennium Falcon, you can live on board. But the thing about the Ghost is you can't really. It's not hard. It's not easy to detect. Like for me, if I'm going to be out of space, I don't really want to be seen. I don't want no one to notice I'm even there. Has good speed, has good weapons, and it has a detachable pod ship or whatever you call it, a smaller ship that latches onto it. So that's what I would do. So it's a mobile base. I can live on it, move around, do what I need to do. I'm good with that. Um, oh, that was from my boy Dietrich, my DSA brother. Uh, Next question. Any Jedi versus Black Widow. No powers, no weapons. Who's winning? If there's no powers, no weapons, it's Black Widow. A lot like who could beat Black Widow hand in hand with no powers? That list is not that big. You talking Shang-Chi, maybe? One of the guards, the Dorja Malage. I slaughtered that. I can't think of what they're called right now. But the ball bodyguards who protect the throne. They have a chance against Black Widow. Just depends who the writer is that day. Nah, I really respect Black Widow. Yeah, Black Widow. If the Jedi has no force powers, no lightsaber, Black Widow's washing them. Washing them. Like you could throw what? You could like John Wick can't be Black Widow. Jason Bourne can't be Black Widow. Yeah, so it's like you gotta include people like Batman or like people from the Batman universe. They're the type of people who can fight Black Widow. Since they have the best hands, they're pretty strong without powers. Someone like Daredevil. Now MCU Daredevil, no, but Daredevil in the comics, yeah. Okay, I think these are all the Instagram questions. Hmm. Yeah, that's all the questions from Instagram. Now to YouTube. What? Okay, from Carmen Slanger. Oh, my wife. Hey, what made you so passionate about comic books? Do you think they stand the test of time like non-picture novels? The medium itself, yes, but like with novels, it depends on the book. Some of them. So the cool thing is, like any storytelling medium, even when it's dated, quote unquote. Okay, so like movies get really dated, and sometimes it's just like, yuck, what is this? Whereas graphic novels and comic books become a time capsule of that time. Like I could read a comic from the 80s and I'm like, oh, this is from the 80s. And honestly, if we're being really honest, for the big publishers like Marvel, especially Marvel actually, this probably is honestly just for Marvel. The comics in the 80s are like much better in a lot of ways. Marvel's very convoluted now. Now, don't get me wrong. Now they have some decent stuff. Now that they Storm is the strongest, and um, the X Men is going through what they're going through. I ain't going to get to all that right now. And the Avengers are pretty interesting right now. I actually read the Avengers every week, not every week, every month. But as far as X Men goes, it was better back then. Not to say it's bad now, but it's just so it's like anime where like everyone's just too strong. They get new powers every out of nowhere. They're scared of letting characters go. They're always bringing people back from the dead. It's just it's an anime, and not that anime is bad. It's not even that it's an anime. It's Dragon Ball Z in some ways. They make them too OP and no one stays dead. And not that I want people getting killed off, but it's like don't kill them off then. Like if you want like hot take, but they probably should have left Jean Grey dead. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoy seeing Jean Grey in media, but they kill her off and always bring her back. It's like it's just weird. Like you shouldn't have killed her then. Should have just kept her alive, or had her go into a coma for her powers overloading her or something. But don't make the big deal about her being dead that she's not every 10 years. But I'm sorry, I'm on a tangent. What made me so passionate about comic books? Back in West, when I lived in I lived in Overbrook, um, in the next neighborhood over, which is called Overbrook Park. We actually, me and you actually lived there, Carmen, right on Haverford Ave. I think where the near where the Chinese store or the deli, not the deli, the one of those stores on Haverford Ave, there was a comic book store. I probably only went in once, but I knew I liked it. Like I knew I was into that stuff. And then one of my earliest memories is Stan Lee doing a programming block, I think on UPN, and the Fantastic Four theme song. That's like a foundational song in my life. So I think I was just naturally into that. Then my childhood friend Scott had all the toys. He would get the comics. His grandmother would take us to the comic store. It's just like little. I was just picking up little pieces, but I just knew whenever I was near any of the comic stuff, that took up my whole day. When my dad got a computer in his apartment, um, I would stay up. I would wait till he goes to go to bed, and I'll stay up all night reading Marvel.com, like the different character bios. So that's why I know about historical Marvel. Like I know the characters from the 60s, 70s, 80s. So I know a lot of classic Marvel because of Marvel.com. I remember when Yu-Gi-Oh was a big deal. My friend from across the street, Lamar, he had a X-Men encyclopedia type thing. I traded some of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards to get that, and I will read that thing from front to back every weekend. About this is about 2004, so um, yeah, things are still more analog back then. Like the internet, he got sales on Marvel.com, but having that book was even better than having Marvel.com at that time. So my love for Marvel started with the TV shows, being in proximity to the comic book stores, and having that Marvel encyclopedia. Now I knew I wouldn't be able to collect the comics every week because I didn't really want to bother my mom about that. But I got even closer to it when I downloaded the whole DC collection, the New 52 collection, and I would just read them in my bedroom. And now I have my own money, so I could buy the comics I want. So yeah, it's kind of gradual, and like at some pieces it was gradual, and then there'd be big jumps. Um, if I could be left on a deserted island with one single Marvel product, this is Carmen asking. If you could be left on a deserted island with one single Marvel product, which would it be? Tool, book, toy, anything relates back to Marvel. Ah, that's tough. I don't know. I don't know what tool looks like. Like, can I just use Iron Man's jets? But if we're being, oh shoot, if we're being grounded, I would. That's hard. It would have to be. Can I just get my iPad with all my Marvel comics in there? Because I can't just have one book on a desert island. That's torture. That's torture. But if it's gonna be just one, it's probably gonna be uh, maybe this Black Panther book I got back here. I'm gonna go get it real quick. It'd probably be this. Yeah, I can read this front to back a couple of times. Shoot, I might read this joint tomorrow. This joint look kind of crazy. Look at the art. I'm going to do this again. But yeah. So probably that. If I have a gun to my head, I have to pick one. I ain't get no political questions today. 1 second. All right. So yeah, I guess I'll tell y'all what I've been up to and why I've been posting. Honestly, I've been trying to get my teacher cert for a while. So I've been doing a lot of studying, and I kind of got burnt out from content because it's like um it's a lot of work. Oh, I got a new question that popped in. Okay, I'll answer that after I say this. But yeah, yeah, I guess I was trying to find my um the best
Wait,
lane.
I have one last question. Go back to YouTube.
Yeah, I hear, but I'm going to answer it in a little bit. I have YouTube pulled up, but what was I saying? Yeah, I've been doing a lot of yeah, I've been doing a lot of schoolwork. I've been doing community work locally. Um like I feel like with this administration, you can't just complain about things. You got to do what you can, even if it's a little bit cuz if everybody did a little bit, we would be able to do so much. But people who are capable don't do anything. So, and I don't like being that guy like because it's like I get it. We're all busy, so I'm talking about the people who can. If everyone just did what they could, like a little bit more than what they're doing, we'd be better off. But there's so many people that do completely nothing. All they do is complain, whether that's online or to at home. It's like if you did a little bit more, we'd be in such a better place. So yeah, I'm doing community work. Um, I'm kind of thrown off because people ask me political questions, and I ain't getting none today, which is fine. I guess I could do my liberal versus um, progressive rant later, but let me answer this next question. Tell us about a time that you use Marvel related lessons to overcome an obstacle. Mm, to overcome an obstacle? I can't think of that on the fly. I could talk about Marvel lessons that stick to me. Um, it's kind of like what I was just saying. Like, with great power comes great responsibility. If you have the ability to do something, it's your obligation to do something, especially if it's positive. Like, if you have a big brain, you should be using that to make the world around you better. You should be like use it. Like, why have a big brain and not use it? Like, if you're able to, if you're caring, because like use that to help to nurture. That's I feel like that's a simple one. Um, it's hard because that's hard to think of because there's a lot of Marvel movies that have lessons, but when have I used them directly in my life? Um, yeah, that's tough. I don't, like I'll be honest, like I don't have the most complicated life, so it's like I don't think I need to dig into Marvel trenches for these things. At least not that question just popped up, so I ain't have no prep for that. But that's a good question. I'm gonna think on that one a little longer and come back with an answer for next week. And somehow I already hit almost an hour, so I don't have to. Let me see. I think I took up almost an hour, right? Yeah, that's better than I thought, especially for a first stream. But yeah, so like I said, I'm going to do this every week. This was just a test, not test run. It's just my first one. They'll get more polished as time goes on. Sometimes with content, you gotta just do it. You got like, don't overthink it. Um, I don't like. I'm not really worried about how much viewers I get in the beginning. Would I like to have a lot of viewers? Sure, but I ain't worried about that yet. You gotta do it. People gotta know you're doing it. Um. Oh, I can tell you what I've been watching lately, real quick before I get off. Oh, I'm all over the place. That's the ADHD brain. So yeah. So scheduling, I will do this every Tuesday. I'm going to post clips either from the lives or I'm going to just make original short form content where I'm breaking down things. If it ends up, if I'm in the process of creating, it ends up being longer than 5 minutes or longer than 90 seconds, I'll just expand it. I'll make that content from 5 to 25 minutes and just post it on YouTube. So I'll call those video essays. So if it's like for instance, Daredevil Born Again season 2 is about the finale is about to happen tonight. So this weekend or later this week, I'm going to do a video essay on it. Especially since I haven't been reviewing it episode by episode, I'll do a review of the whole season like I did last season, and I'll do that with Invincible. I'll do that with the movies I watch. That's only if it's I can't condense it into a short form episode. So I have Twitch. I have that all set up still, but it's gonna be when I'm gonna do that mostly when my friends are able to run a game. I don't really want to. I don't play games solo anymore, and I don't really want to be. I don't really have the desire to be a Twitch streamer at this moment. I more so want to have commentary on art and society. That the art being storytelling mediums like comics, movies, TV, Marvel, DC, independent stuff, and I want to talk about the real world, where it's like the world around us. That's more important to me right now. Um, so yeah, follow me at avatar.slang on Instagram and TikTok. That's where you'll see short form stuff. Share this to a friend. Um, um, wait. I gotta tell y'all what I've been watching lately. So I've been rewatching Nikita. Fire show. For that to be a CW show, that show's fire. The pacing is really good. The martial arts is really good. I love espionage stuff, as y'all probably know. If you don't know, I love anything that has to do with spies or special op teams. So Nikita, I've been watching that. What new shows I've been watching? I've been watching Rooster on HBO. Steve Carell, he's a writer turned professor um, at a college campus. Um, I'm watching this. I've just finished Beast season 2. I binged it in within 2 or 3 days. It was so different than the first season, but it was still pretty good. 7 or 8 out of 10. Um, I've been watching Your Friends and Neighbors on Apple TV. I'm excited for Ted Lasso to come back. Speaking of Apple TV, I like that it's kind of a different environment he's gonna be in for this one. What else have I been watching on Apple TV? I just watched something recently. I can't think of it. I'm gonna pull it up on my TV app. No, I'm going to watch Margot's Got Money Problems, Money Troubles, but I ain't start that yet. Uh, Shrinking. I just finished Shrinking. That's what it was. Shrinking. That just ended maybe 3 weeks ago. Really good. I watched F1 for the first time a couple weeks ago. Fire movie. Super Mario Galaxy. Good movie. Oh, that one movie, that space movie. Project Hail Mary. That's going to Blu-ray collection. That's going to Blu-ray collection for sure. What else I've been watching lately? Oh shoot, I didn't know y'all was watching me tight. Um, oh my gosh, sorry. She, she doesn't realize it throws me off when I can hear myself. But yeah, I'll end there. Thank you for coming through. Like I said, follow me on Instagram, avatar.slang. Follow me on TikTok, avatar.slang. Like and subscribe, share this YouTube account with your friends. Also, if you want to support me, go on. I'm going to pull it up on the other screen. Transition. I like this OBS thing. It's kind of cool. Buy me a coffee. What is it? Buymeacoffee.com slash. Oh yeah, so you go to buymeacoffee.com slash avatar slang. Why did it go away? I hate technology. Oh, now it wants me to log in. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to show y'all my site real quick. There we go. So I don't drink coffee. I drink tea. Look at the little matcha emoji. Um, yeah, you can support me this way. Just send me $1. That way I can upgrade my equipment or pay for ads or do something. Trying to pay off this house early. It's like, no, that's not your responsibility. But yeah, anything I never expected, but anything y'all give is appreciated. I got all my links here. So yeah, follow me, Avatar Slang. I do I do reels on here. See, talking about Spider-Man. Follow me on TikTok. I don't even be on TikTok like that no more, but I do post again. I don't be scrolling though. I'm not scrolling. That's crazy. I don't watch videos that much, but I post. See, I got a good amount of content on here. Oh, some likes. I'll take that. Talk about Star Wars. Talked about. I talked about Batman. I talk about whatever. And the more questions y'all send, the more I'll have to talk about. So even if you don't like, you could always DM me a question. I might make a reel about it. But yeah, yeah, connect with me. But yeah, I am out. Thank you for coming through. I'm going to do this again next Tuesday, unless something pops up. Then I'll give y'all a new date. So thank you, and have a good night.